Hi guys, I'm back for the last episode. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen this episode. Remembering what we watched last episode was he transported into the island and unleashed his army with the stop. That face is killing me. So he transported himself to the island. He unleashed the army on top of the ants, and he healed everyone with his elixir. He was like just feeding them his elixirs, and he tried to save Chae Hae In, but which he failed a couple of times. And he faced off the Ant King while everyone's waiting outside the island. He killed him, and then they went to broadcast that particular scene the whole country, and they celebrated it and went back to Chae Hae In and just realized that her aura was fading away, so she was dying. And he turned around, and that's where we left off. Let's see what we're gonna see this last episode. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of things to digest. So wish me luck. I have to watch this multiple times to understand what's going on. So if you want to help me in the comments, feel free. If you like my videos, like, share, and subscribe, please. I really appreciate it. And let's get into it. All right, countdown. 3, 2, 1.
カメラを止めてもらえますか。
はい。
急いで。じゃないと壊します。
わかりました。
Why are they concerned? Oh, Byung Gu's buddy.
ソンハンター、ビョングに何をするつもりなんですか。何をしようとしているか。
Oh, he's gonna resurrect
時
him.
間がありません。黙っていてください。起きろ。
Oh, Ant's just leaving the island.
9の実行命令が出ている。準備を。冗談じゃない。
あんな怪物がいる島に。
He's scarred for life.
お前らは見てないからそんなことを言えるんだ。小父さんがあんなにあっさりと。
新種は死んだ。向こうのハンターが倒したようだ。
あいつが死んだ。
それでも無理だというのか。
死者の力を利用する能力。
ただの召喚魔法じゃなかったのか。
I assume they've never seen his power for real. Oh.
声が聞こえたんです。ミンハンターの自分の力を使えという声が。
Oh, he's hurt. What a sweetie.
生前どんな人だったのかわかる気がします。何の指示もなしにチャハンターの元に向かった温かい人だったんですね。
確かにこんな力テレビで流せない。
戦いの激しさが増せば増すほどさらなる力を得る。なんて恐ろしい能力なんだ。
だがミン君はソンハンター、あなたがこれからもハンターとして戦い続けるのであればビョングの力は貴重な戦力でしょう。ですがあいつは戦いを望まない。あいつをまた戦場に立たせることはしてほしくありません。
レッドゲートの時と同じですね。ベクハンターが俺の肩を掴んだの。でも
He doesn't like getting touched.
命令ではなく切実な頼みのようだ。大丈夫です。俺も同じ考えでした。
He looks so pure. Such a sweet guy. I wish he kept him. Oh, the smile.
ありがとうございます。
なぜ奴らは生きている？
孫ハンターが合流し、新種を倒したものだ。
見ればわかる。なぜ島にいる？連合作戦には参加しないのではなかったのか？
わかりません。魔力の観測履歴からは急に現れたとしか。
なんてことだ。こちらは S 級ハンター10人中7人を失ったというのに。
会長、このままプラン9を実行に移しますか？万が一これ以上の被害が出れば、本国のゲート対応に支障が出ることはもとより、世界的に見たパワーバランスも大きく損なわれます。どうされますか？
Oh dear.
撤退だ。即時撤退しろ。
了解しました。
They lost majority of the S rankers, poor guys, including the strongest one.
アリたちが急にどうして？
知らないわよ。女王は倒したんじゃないの。だからですよ。統制を失って暴走を始めてるんです。絶対に本土には向かってないで。
止めるぞ。ここが騎士団ギルドの見せ場や。
さすがっす、ボスター。皆さん急いでください。やべえことになってるな。
島から逃げ出そうとするアリたちが本土方面に向かって広がっていってるようです。急がないとここも退路が塞がれます。
すぐに脱出しましょう。出してください。
孫ハンターは、あいつは残って残党と卵の始末をするそうだ。
残念ながら今の
They realize how strong he is, and then they are
それに一命を取り留めたと。
not even compatible.
チャーハンターを早く医療班に見てもらわねばなりません。
He's leveling everyone up.
経験値がもらえるのは嬉しい誤算だな。
Wait, this sword is Bayan's sword? Oh, this is sick! So strong!
誇りをかぶらせておくのは
Also looks cool.
さすが悪魔王の長剣。まあでもあとは任せた。
Okay, it says a monarch. What is a monarch? And he's a shadow monarch. There's a demon monarch, there's a shadow monarch.
ついにレベル100到達
We
か。
got 2 so far. He hit 100!
こいつ死んでもなおすごいオーラを放ってるな。起きろ。
Did it work?
なんだこの闇。何も感じない。抽出中に何か起きたのか。あ、戻ってきた。
Ugh. This one is different than the others. He was like reborn again. Wow.
失敗したのかと思っただろう。それじゃあ次は他のあれよっと。
He talks?
お前が喋ったのか。他の奴らは喋れないのになぜこいつだけ。
私にも名前を。
将軍級、初めて見る等級だ。喋れるのは等級が違うせいか。それにしたって
This is so
お前を
weird.
殺したのは俺だ。それでも俺に従うというのか。
私は死んだのではなく、王の力で生まれ変わったのです。
Wow.
今私は歓喜しております。永遠にお仕えいた
Have loyal. Ah, someone mentioned this in the comments video before.
それじゃあ改めて起きろ。
海上部隊が突破されたが、
ここが最終
Oh dear.
絶対に町に近づかせないで。
タンクは前へ。防衛線を死ぬ気で押しとどめろ。
Everyone is fighting so bravely.
まだそんなに残ってんのか。数を減らしてこれるか。
Oh.
行け。
Finally, he's able to talk to one of his shadows. It makes like better feeling. Like you feel better. You know, it's not just mindless shadows. Wow. That's brutal.
あの光は。
わからん。だが助けてくれたのか。
Wow.
ジヌさん。
いくらなんでも数が多すぎる。なんとかならないのか。無理です。ヘリが持ちません。
They're always struggling, I swear.
我々では
Oh dear. Oh.
最後まで彼に助けられてしまったな。
あとは脱出できるだろう。
He's looking after
島から
everyone.
散り散りに逃げ出したアリたちは多くのハンターたちの手によってその大半が食い止められ、それにより本土への被害は最小限に抑えられた。国内 S 級ハンターたちも無事帰還。昏睡状態だったチャーハンターはそのまま病院へと搬送された。多くの犠牲を払うことになった戦いであったが、当該にあふれようとしていた脅威を未然に防ぐことが叶ったのだった。こうして第4次ジェジュ島レイドは
They finally
我
succeeded
々
after
の
fourth
勝利で
time.
幕を閉じた。
Thanks to Jinwoo, of course.
また遠路はるばるこの国まで残党どもがおいでなすった。2日間ひっきりなしだな。
次期射程圏に入ります。
待機中の魔法系ハンターに伝達。迎撃準備に入れ。いや待て。我が国の英雄殿が体を。
Which country is this?
来た来た。
Not Japan.
少しは体を動かさないとな。一匹残さず海に沈めてやる。
Sheesh. Wow. Which country is
子供
this?
じゃなくてあの黒い槍であればもう少し楽しめたはずなんだが。
Well, so did we. He could have gone earlier. Oh. Oh, he's supporting him. Finally, they're getting warm up to each other. Thank you for your services, sir.
この度のレイドであなたは国内外問わずその力を示すことになった。もう世間があなたを放っておくことはない。接触してくる者もいるでしょう。
I feel like he's saying like people are gonna come for you.
そこで改めてお聞きしたいのです。ソンハンター、あなたはこれからその力を持ってどこで何をされるのかと。
自分のギルドを立ち上げたいと思っています。
Ooh, fancy.
なんでうちのマスターだけ慰霊祭不参加でこんなとこで雑用せなあかんのですか。
ドアを敵の死亡確認と残党狩り、それから資源の回収も大事な仕事や。
She's got a cleanup team.
信頼されてる証なんやで。
でも
それにな、こうやって地道に人知れず仕事をこなすんが真の男だ。
さすがスマスター。
何をや、ここは立ち入り禁止区域や。なんでこんなとこに。
Okay. Huh?
何やて、何者か知らんけどここは許可なく。
Are they dead?
何をした？
しゃがれると耳が痛い。しばし眠らせただけだ。ところで確認はできたか？
ああ、あいつの力で間違いない。
妙な話だ。あの者が人間を助けるとは思えない。
So they're not humans?
始まったことではない。気になるなら会って聞け。
会うことがあればな。ではここでの用は済んだ。
He can open a gate.
一人はここに来ているようだが、
この辺りはあの者に任せればよかろう。
関わりたくないということか。
狩りは予定通り開始する。変更はない。
What hand?
まあ、あえて面倒なことをする必要もないか。
He can also open gates.
あの女が見れば騒ぎ立てそうだ。
Jinwoo's daddy.
全く進まない。
それでギルドの件は。
ああ、さっきゴー会長から許可をもらった。
本当ですか。じゃあ急いで事務所を探しますね。ちょっと
ジル君、私をギルドで雇ってください。絶対役に立ってみせます。
He's got another two siblings. It's so
いい
funny.
ぞ。
How excited they get. And annoying.
本当に進まないな。はい。
ソンハンター、5です。
ギルドの件で何かありましたか？
いえ、それとは別件で。
この高速道路の先に？
ええ、B 級ゲート。
Ah, the traffic stopped because there's another gate.
今ハンターの手配をしていますが、事態の収集には時間がかかりそうです。
よければそのゲートを。
一台ずつゆっくり進んでください。あんたはまだかよ。
How lucky the people are.
だが近くに来れない。困りますよ。ちょっとね
ゲートを閉じに来た。
え。はい。話はウー課長からですが、他のハンターたちの到着にはもう少し時間が必要そうで
一人
して。
で問題ない。
でも行っちゃった。いや B 級だけどさ。
And again. No one can enter, no one can leave.
いや、ここ絶対にレッドゲートだろ。とんだアクシデント続きだな。出口を
Men's questioning life.
この密林もどこまで広がってんだ。こんなことなら母さんに遅くなるって伝えとくべきだったな。
Oh, very thoughtful.
ま、この程度ならそこまで時間もかからないだろう。
This is so nice.
彼も来ていましたね。
今回のレイドで思い知らされました。私はまだまだ未熟です。あの場において私はただ助けられるだけの存在だった。でも彼は違った。私はあの人に追いつきたい。あの人に並び立ちたい。
She's definitely in love.
そのために
I mean, how can I blame her?
私は強くなりたい。
ハンターは狩りをするために生まれた。ダンジョンは弱肉強食の世界。狩人には狩られる覚悟も必要だ。
I feel like they keep changing colors, like the shadows was blue and then they become purple. Does that mean they're getting stronger?
敵が何匹いようとも、
It just doesn't mean anything.
凌駕する力を有していようとも、彼らの戦う目的はそれぞれ違う。家族を守るため、信念を貫く、存在を証明するため、運命に抗うため。ハンターはただ狩り続けるだけ。まだ誰も狩りをやめる気は。
They're the hunters, I think. The national hunters? I swear, this scene is the coolest thing that I've seen. Ooh!
次の獲物はドイツだ。
He was like the king, and then you know when the king just walks through the people that was like under him, everyone just like lines up and like gives their respect. Oh, what a powerful scene! This, okay, I'm gonna need some help to understand what was happening. There is a few things that happened that I have no clue who they were or what they were. We saw at the very end 2 guys. Talking about humans and non-humans, like why is he helping humans? Who are you referring to? 1. Number 2, who are you? You know, kind of the blue guy looked like the Baraka, the freezing guy. I thought the monstrous guy looked like Jinwoo's dad at first. I was like, what happened to him? Like, is he taking juice or like... Anyway, and then like, as soon as I saw Jinwoo's dad, I was like, oh, okay, that's someone else. So it's a new character. Who is that guy? And the other thing was at the very end, we saw, no, not at the very end, at the beginning, we saw these fleets and like, you know, this guy went with the sword, like slashed through the ants. He was obviously a national hunter, right? But which country? He seemed quite strong, but he was not at the raid in the island. And then we saw towards the end, the other national rank hunters, I think. He was there as well. There was this crazy guy where Jinwoo killed his brother in the dungeon. He was going crazy about Jinwoo and got beaten by Jinwoo's daddy. And then there is like the blonde guy, the guy with the long hair, him, and I think one more person. Was it in Go? I need some explanation, you know? Someone help me, please. But in general, it was a really good episode. That's my opinion, at least. And I can say that Chae Hae In was in love with Jinwoo. Something's gonna go down. You know what I mean? So if you ask me, the first 2 was like very obvious. Even though she was like a higher rank hunter compared to Jinwoo when they first started, she always had a thing for him. I could tell, always trying to protect him, look out for him. It's like if he didn't level up, then there could have been something. But I'm pretty sure there's always going to be love for him from her. And the demon lady, clearly was in love and it was about to, tell Jinwoo before he teleport. And Chae Hae In, I think, did not realize or she's just refusing to believe that she's in love with him. So she's the only one who did not accept it until the end. I'm like, lady, accept it. Take it. Do something about it, Men saved your life. I wouldn't say they are bromancing. I would say they are now tolerating each other a little bit more, because Jinwoo doesn't like to get touched or like ordered around. It's like, you can't touch me, you can't tell me what to do. I'm like, he's like, I know what I'm doing and don't need you to tell me what to do. I'm pretty sure Yunho is like, he doesn't have any bad intentions, but he's a beast. He can't like communicate like normal people, if you ask me. So he's such a sweet character though. He's got so much personality and like very odd but sweet. That makes me understand like why he would have this relationship with Byung Gu, That was really nice. Look, I've just putting it all together, even he was dead, he was just like telling Jinwoo, he was like, resurrect me so I can save someone. You're dead. You're still thinking of others. That tells me like how much of a good person, how big of a heart that you have. And like them speaking amongst each other, being like, he'd never like to be in, fights. So he did like a last one smile to Yunho, and he just like, I did what I had to do and I'm leaving now kind of feeling. It was so sad, but it also was like heartwarming moment. Very selfless man. Well, I feel like they kind of did refer to him being there, like talked about like, oh, the stench. I'm like, because they can smell auras, I think, like Chae Hae In, and they didn't refer to him as a human. I'm like, he's human though. And I feel like those two are definitely not human after saying like, oh, why would he help humans? And they, they basically treated them like bugs and then like kill them or make them pass out. It's just interesting, like he didn't interfere. Maybe he was not strong enough to beat them, like take them both on his own. But he's definitely strong. If he can take a national hunter like Dong-soo, he can definitely take a, like, I don't know, Biru or something like that. But definitely they must be really strong to, like, take on 1-2 battle. I've seen all sorts of resurrections that he did from the first to last episode. It was a lot different than the rest. It just turned pitch black rather than just like, appearing. It just turned pitch black, and then there was like a cocoon. He came out of like some egg in the air, and it just looked very different than the other resurrections. And also he could talk. Like, how? Is it because it said general rank? Different than the elite knights? So there should be ranks of, if elite knight can become a general rank, I think they can speak as well. Is that the case? I'm not quite sure, but that's where my mind goes, because they can level up as well, right? So they can level up enough to be able to get to that rank and be able to talk. That would be my, opinion on this. But finally being able to see, like, him being able to communicate with the shadows, it just feels like, a lot normalized, because all of his shadows, they can point and like, do gestures and stuff, but they can't speak. It just feels like, oh, maybe they don't have any minds. They just do what he asked them to do. They just obey them because, they're his beehive. And seeing that scene, be like, oh, I will serve you till the eternity. I will be your servant for the rest of my life, for however long. it just gives a really nice feeling, them being able to communicate. I do. What I wanted to really see, what he looked like under the mask, I was so like, I really want to see what's underneath. I really want to see what's under. We know what's underneath Iron's face, you know, like we've seen him in his normal thing. And most of them don't have like, you know, masks on. Oh, sound, I'm pretty sure it's going to be so sexy. And I don't know, well, but I would love to see what he looked like under the mask as well. So there's two things that I saw. It says Demon Monarch's sword. So Baran was Demon Monarch. I don't know what Monarch is, but it must be a strong being. Also, when he became 100, it said Shadow Monarch in his title. So he must be one of those like strong level, like national rank hunter, like the others. But if that was the case, Baran, what does that make Baran and Monarch is? I just have lots of questions. But we saw the Monarch named twice, the Demon Monarch and the Shadow Monarch. That's very interesting because he can, you said demons can open portals. That's a Demon Monarch. And we saw the other two guys opening portals. What does that mean? Questions. I want some explanation for these people, number one. And when Go was mentions like people are gonna come for you, I'm pretty sure he was mentioning the national rank hunters. I really want to see who they are. I want to see some romantic relationship developing between Chae Hae In and like Jinwoo. I want to see if his people, like his shadows, become like stronger and being able to talk and they can hold a conversation. And like, you know, I want to learn about like, you know, everything. Like they obey him, but why? Because they can't speak, they can't say anything. I want to find out why. Okay, so this is what I want to see. I don't know what you guys are expecting or what you guys know for the next season. If there is anything that I missed, please mention in my comments. I have so many questions, so if anyone can answer those questions for me in my comments, I would really appreciate it. I will see you in my next content. Since this is to an end, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Bye.